Hi there, welcome to Mindset Movie Reviews, diving right into it, Death Wish 3. Death Wish 3, directed by Michael Winner, is a film that takes the vigilante justice theme to an extreme level, blending crime, thriller, action, and drama into a chaotic spectacle. Released in 1985, this movie is the third installment in the Death Wish series, featuring Charles Bronson reprising his role as Paul Kersey, a character who has evolved from a mild-mannered architect into a hardened vigilante. The film's plot is straightforward. Kersey returns to New York City to visit an old friend, only to find himself embroiled in a battle against a sadistic gang led by Manny Fraker, played by Gavin O'Herlihy. The movie opens with Kersey arriving in New York only to discover his friend dying from a brutal attack. This sets off a chain of events that sees Kersey making a deal with Police Chief Richard Shriker, played by Ed Lauter, to clean up the streets by any means necessary. The film's narrative is a relentless barrage of violence, with Kersey using increasingly heavy artillery to take down the gang members terrorising the neighbourhood. The film's action sequences are over the top, with Kersey employing a .475 Wildey Magnum, a weapon that becomes almost a character in its own right. The movie's climax is a frenzied battle that turns the neighbourhood into a war zone, complete with machine guns, grenades, and a rocket launcher. This absurd level of violence is both the film's greatest strength and its most glaring flaw. It provides a sense of cathartic release for viewers, but also stretches the boundaries of believability to the breaking point. Charles Bronson's performance as Kersey is subdued, reflecting a character who is weary from years of violence, yet driven by a relentless sense of justice. Despite his age, Bronson manages to convey a sense of menace and determination that is central to the film's appeal. However, his character's lack of dialogue and emotional depth makes it difficult to fully engage with his journey. The supporting cast, including Martin Balsam as Bennett and Deborah Raffin as Catherine Davis, provide competent performances, though their characters are often overshadowed by the film's focus on action. Gavin O'Herlihy's portrayal of Fraker is suitably menacing, though his character lacks the complexity that might have made him a more compelling antagonist. Death Wish 3 is a film that revels in its own absurdity, offering a mix of dark humour and unintentional comedy. The film's depiction of a crime-ridden New York City is exaggerated to the point of parody, with gangs portrayed as cartoonish villains. This lack of nuance may detract from the film's impact, but it also contributes to its status as a cult classic. In summary, Death Wish 3 is a film that is both entertaining and problematic. Its excessive violence and simplistic narrative may not appeal to everyone, but for fans of the genre, it offers a nostalgic glimpse into a bygone era of action cinema. While it may not reach the heights of the original Death Wish, it remains a fascinating artifact of 1980s filmmaking, showcasing Charles Bronson in one of his most iconic roles. Well, that's my review of Death Wish 3, and I'm giving it 2 stars out of a possible 5. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed what you've heard, please like, subscribe, and I hope to see you all next time on Mindset Movie Reviews.